Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning, and welcome to Craft and Chat with me. Y'all say hey as you're coming in. I missed y'all last week. I'm happy to be back. Hey, guys. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I got my sugar-free vanilla iced coffee this morning. I just had breakfast way too fast because I was editing my video at home while I was drinking my hot coffee this morning, and I got caught up in it and lost track of time, and I've only been here about 10 minutes. That's okay. I pretty much had everything ready to go yesterday before I left. Let me know who's here. I'll give everybody just a few more minutes to get in before we get started with today's craft. So last week I had to cancel at the last minute, and I cannot even remember why now, but I have been having keeping my grandsons a little bit more than usual, and it might have had something to do with that. I can't remember. But I feel like I had some kind of appointment come up too. But anyway, I'm glad to be back. So I went to the thrift store. I think this was America's First. And I picked up a bunch of these galvanized tins. They were $1.99 each. Actually, I think these were $1.99 and these were $2.99. So I just went ahead and got everything they had. I like the wood handles on this, and I thought that they would be a fun, like, mass make upcycle that I could do, and I could sell in my Whatnot show this Saturday morning. I'm in a raid train on Whatnot, and it's a handmade Christmas one. So, hello, Donna. Thank you for coming. So that's what we're going to do today is start working on these. Maybe we can at least get one completely complete. But I have also pulled out, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I've pulled out some transfer scraps. I pulled out some rice paper scraps that I haven't used. These are all Connie Lines and Designs. And I have pulled out some Roycycled scraps that I need to use up. That one will work. Just different things. So, ooh, that's pretty too. And this is a new one. So to start with, I'm just going to start some painting. And I pulled out a few different colors. I know if I'm going to decoupage, I'm going to need a light color. But I also pulled a couple of greens. I got lichen and carriage house. I like to do fusion when I'm doing transfers. And I've got a red. I don't want to paint the whole things. I'm thinking on this one, I might just paint that and the handles red. So we'll start there. And I might need a smaller brush. No, this will be okay. Y'all are awful quiet today. All right, this is Fort York red. Maybe I'll just paint the bottom part. I feel like that would be easier. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I should do the ones that I'm going to decoupage. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. Hey, Barb. How was your weekend? I will paint the bottoms of these more than likely just to finish them off, especially since I'm painting the bottom here. But I won't have time to do it on this live. I had my grandson this weekend, so it was anything but quiet. He's 4. He talks up a storm, but we had the best time. And actually, as soon as I finish this live, I'm going to have my other grandson today. Oh, this is about dried up. Maybe I can make it work. Where's my spray bottle? One thing about these fusion samples, they dry up on you if you don't use them fast enough. And I think this one's been open quite a while. A little bit of water in there with it. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, I forgot to paint the handles. I'll get it. I'm probably going to put transfers on a couple of these. Good morning, Judy. How are you? Thank you for coming. Yes, I'm loving getting to spend more time with them now that they're getting older. I have a granddaughter on the way that will be here in February. So I'm really excited about that too. Actually, my oldest daughter is getting married in May, and her fiance has a little girl also. She is a redhead. She is a cutie. So come May, I will have 2 granddaughters. And 2 grandsons. I don't know how you do it. You work so much, Judy. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do these handles green. Do you work from home or do you have an office that you have to go to with the real estate? Yeah, I got a really good deal on these. I think these square ones were $2.99 and the metal buckets were $1.99. Hey, Aunt Cynthia. I got the St. Nick molds in today. And I put you one back. Those are selling out fast. Oh, wow. Good morning, Vicki. You must have two accounts because I guess you got the Vix Pix and the Vicky Zach. Or maybe the Vix Pix is on Facebook. Okay. Probably should have painted these handles first. Let them dry. Y'all know I like to do things the hard way. Hey, Cynthia, did your mold crack that we did the other night? Mine didn't, but Jeannie said hers did. I think the bigger ones are more likely to. All right, I'm going to put these two aside. Let them dry. They're going to need a second coat. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to do a white color on this one because I'm going to decoupage on one of these. And let's see. What do we want to do? The whole thing? I think I'm just going to do one whole side. And then decide what to do. I think I'm going to sell these Saturday in my Whatnot show. But I can't decide if I want to fill them full of greenery or just sell them as is. I think I'll probably go through and see if I have any disposable greenery that's not super expensive and just sell them with some greenery in them. I'm done working on fall. I've already flipped the store for Christmas. No, I did not. This Fusion paint, it's so good. There's no need to. And they weren't really shiny either. They had like a dull finish on them. It almost looks like somebody had sanded them. I think I'm going to leave these handles because I'm going to decoupage on this one. Alright, I've got 4 of these. These are a little shinier. Let's see. I don't know. These might be cute with just a transfer on them. I'm going to do that and then decide if I want to do some paint while we're waiting on those to dry. Alright, I've got this raccoon. He's just nearly a perfect fit, but them ridges are going to be right on his eyes, so I don't think I'm going to do him. Okay, this Santa, yeah, I'm going to do him. Put him right down here. Oh, it's so easy to put these transfers onto these metal items. Then I think I'll just go over one with some clear wax. Aren't they fun? Okay. Look how easy that was. So it does look a little plain up here. I could put a garland on it, or I can paint it red. What do y'all think? Should I wrap this garland around the top, or should I paint this little part red? Y'all let me know. We'll come back to that one. I've been hanging on to this one for a while. Yeah, work. I think that would look pretty on a white though. I'm going to paint this one. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the red too. You could do like, make your comments go down. You're watching on YouTube, yeah. Do I have them shown on the screen? No, I don't. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Hmm. I don't know. Never had anybody say that. Oh. Well, that's kind of crappy. Okay, I painted this one white. Hopefully y'all can see that. And I put a transfer on this one, and I'm going to paint that top part red now. So how do you have your chat minimized? Do you know, Judy? Well, I'm streaming with a multicast service that does Facebook and YouTube. So it always does it, in the same way. I don't know. I am technologically not good. I'm going to tell y'all that. That has been the biggest struggle for me with having a channel and editing and everything is trying to figure out all that. But you can learn something new at 50 because I have done it a lot. I have learned a lot of new things with starting a business in my 50s. I don't know how we ever managed without Google or YouTube back in the day. If anybody figures that out, let us know. Oh yeah, I like the red. That's cute. All right, what else do I have here? Oh, let me go ahead and paint these last two. Yeah, I did used to have a lot of those craft books, and you see them in the thrift stores all the time now, how to make things with books. Yeah, in some ways, they definitely have it made. But we also had it made too, compared to a lot of our ancestors. I just don't know if the farther it goes along, will it get better or will it get worse? I'll do one more because I want to decoupage on several. This is Carriage House. Fusion Carriage House. I just had a little sample of it open. All right, let's see if I can do some second coats. I think this is the first one I did. The problem is mine's got really thick. Because I didn't use it all and closed it back up. All right, I'm not going to do another coat on these handles. They're fine. So I left a little bit of the metal. This is Fort York red. Really bright red. I prefer like something like Highlander or Cranberry for Christmas. But I was running low on stock for both of them. Need to get these white ones dry so we can start decoupaging. These are not really white. What are they? Chateau, off-white. Yeah, that's a good one. I gotta do a reorder soon. I tell you, Fusion, with the tariffs, it's got hard to keep it in stock. Because they come from Canada. So I really have to try to wait until I need to do a big restock to get the most I can out of my shipping charges. But it's definitely my favorite paint. You can't beat it. I gotta use a heat gun for a second. That heat gun reminds me, it has finally turned cool here. This week was our first cool week, and I had to break out the closed-toed shoes today for the first time. This chateau is just about empty, but it's enough to get it done. I should have used the DIY paint on this and distressed it. I can still distress it. I just have to use some sandpaper. I am in Alabama. Yeah, last week it was 80s during the day. We had that 50s in the mornings and 85 in the afternoons. But we got a bunch of rain the last few days, so the cold is staying longer. Oh, I also have this Santa. Yeah, maybe we'll put him on one. I used to keep a personal heater at my desk when I did insurance because I sat close to the door, and every time the door was opened, my feet would get cold. Mostly because I refused to wear closed-toed shoes, even in the winter. Okay. Let's see about what we can decoupage. Even if we wanted to decoupage on something that I painted green, I could do it. I would just need to paint the back of the paper. What I intended to do was put some of this on those square ones and then put a transfer over it. Yeah, it was nice here too when it was in the 80s, but I don't know. I was just ready for some cooler weather, I think. You know what? Where are those rice papers with the shiny brights on them? These, yes. Well, I think I'm gonna fussy cut these out and do these on a lot of them. Painted myself. Oh yeah, that'll do it for sure. I lost about 40 pounds and could immediately tell that my temperature was not the same. This is the Shiny Brights. I think I have some of these available. And this is the one that's the multiple, so it comes in 3 different sizes on one sheet. And I think that these might actually be okay to decoupage right over this green. But just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and paint the back of them with that Chateau real quick before I put them down. Maybe we can get them dry. Good morning, Monica. How are you today? All right, I got these fussy cut out, and what I'm going to do is just kind of hang them there on that green. May have to cut a little bit more off. Nope, perfect fit. But first I'm going to paint the back of them white so that green doesn't really come through. Having to do a lot of wait until it dries here. That's okay. Okay, what else do I want to decoupage? I really want to use something from this Christmas flock paper. Oh, we were just talking about the getting cold here in Alabama. And I've already been cuddling with my kitty cats, except for little bitty kitty this morning decided to kill a mouse on the front porch. And he felt a little gross to me after he'd been playing with the mouse until it died. All right. And I don't know where Wheezy is. She was in here a minute ago. Yes, today would be a perfect craft day. I'm not very prepared, so I'm going to wet this paintbrush with this so I can wet tear around this bird. Okay, so I just tore around the edges of this bird just to make it quite organic. This is quite dry. That metal gets hot. I need a brush for my liquid patina. Whew, that's gonna be hard to open. There we go. All right, I'm going to use DIY liquid patina to put this bird on here. Let's tear off a tiny bit of his tail. Now I'm adding his tail back on. Decided I'll just put it onto the bottom. There we go. Yeah, I always have to do that with the Big Top or the liquid patina. They always seal themselves shut. And I do not do my jars like I should. Clean the rims of them before I close them, because that would solve everything, but not me. Hey, Anna. I have bought, thrifted a bunch of metal buckets and crates, and I am doing some easy upcycles on them to sell them in my Whatnot show on Saturday. Y'all think I should paint the handles red on this one? Or green? Or leave them wood? And I think I might come back in distress too when that's dry. Right. I'm not going to clean anything before I close it. That's the part I don't like doing, is the cleaning up. Okay, that one's good. I like that. I could paint that rim and the handles a little bit, but I'll probably have to do that off air. Let's see. This one's dry. Let's do a transfer. All right, I got one red and one leave it. Y'all are not helping me. I'll figure it out later. All right, I want to put this little deer in this tree on this one. Even though I didn't paint all the way to the top, I think it'll be good. Oh yeah, that would be good. The dark and decrepit. I got a total of 7 of these. I want to get as much done on here live as I can. But as always, I will get them finished up and I will post so y'all can see the finished products. These live craftings are my favorite because I feel like I'm not alone doing them. Crafting is more fun with friends. I have a $10.95 shipping charge on everything. Like, no matter what all you order, you only pay $10.95. So stock up. In the U.S. I don't know what kind of buckets they are. They're just little decor buckets. There was an actual original price tag on them at $5.99. I could see that. I'll seal over all of this with some clear wax just to seal my transfers in too. I love that one. And we did this one already. I gotta put another coat of red on here. And this one will be done. I want to decoupage at least one more. You can wax over transfers. You just don't wax before a transfer or it won't stick. But yes, you can seal transfers with wax. All right, what else do I have here? Oh, this has got to have another coat. And I think I'm out. This is the very last of this chateau. So I gotta stretch this second coat with it. Got it. Yes. All right, that's gotta dry. I can heat dry it. But do y'all think that I should go around this bell? It's so pretty. Look how pretty that bell is. Or do you think that I should do one of Connie's angels on this one? That's up to y'all. Let me know. This one dry. This one dry. We can make them dry. Let's see. Let me find a smaller transfer for this one. This is my folder of Christmas transfers that I have not used. It's ridiculous. And I'm putting them on everything I can. Oh, this one would be pretty with like a label or a wreath. I had a wreath over here, didn't I? But then I feel like it needs something in the wreath. That's pretty. Okay, I'm putting that up. Still not quite dry. I found these, so I think I'll go around the top of this one with one of these. Where's my transfer stick? I was putting blue tape on my transfer stick so I didn't lose them constantly. But, there it is. Y'all still there? Okay. I figured this would come right off on this metal, but I'm having to really force it. Oh, I forgot about my little shiny brights. I can decoupage them down on that green. I'll do that next and then we'll go. I wish I could just stay here all day crafting, but that's not a possibility. That's looking pretty. Okay, look how pretty that looks. Again, I'll seal all these transfers in with some clear wax. All right, another voting time. This one, this label, or this little wreath right here on the red. While y'all are letting me know on that, I'm going to dry this and then put those shiny brights that I painted the back of them. They're dry enough. I got paint all over that one. Guess I'm just going to do the one. That's dumb. Okay, so that will dry clear. And I'm going to put this other one on the back side. Even though I did get a little paint on it, but I think that actually looks cool. Thank you. These are decoupage, transfers, everything that is available on my website. Hey, Jen. We're about to finish up here. I had thrifted a bunch of these tins, buckets, and stuff, and I'm going to sell them in my Whatnot show on Saturday. So I decided to upcycle them this morning. I'll show you what I've done so far. Alright, so this one I painted in Fusion Carriage House and decoupaged one of Connie Line's shiny bright ornaments on. This one, they're all still drying. I painted with Fusion Chateau and I decoupaged a bird from one of Roy Cycled's Christmas Flock decoupage paper. This one is the carriage house with a beautiful little deer transfer on it. And this one has a Santa Claus on it. Thank you, Jill. And I'm waiting for y'all to tell me on this one, should I do this label with a bird, or should I do this frame that has some holly on that one? And I've got 2 more down here that I am not going to get to, but the options on it were either this bell, which I love, and I think I might do that one. As a matter of fact, I've got 2 of these. I'm going to do the bell on this one, and I am going to do one of Connie's Angels on this one. This is Connie Lines and Designs. All right, so you think the bird on the red? Okay. Yes, 2 of you said the label, so that's good enough for me. And I have to stress this a little bit, but that is okay. It is dry enough to put a transfer on. So let's do it. Yeah, I love that bell. I'm definitely going to do it. This is why I love using Fusion Paint when I'm using transfers. Because once it dries with that sealer, you can go right in with your transfer without any issues. Good choice, guys. Love it. These are Iron Orchid Designs transfers, and these are not printables. They are an actual rice paper that you will receive in the mail. And this is a decoupage paper. And they are available at susieonthefarm.com. And I have a $10.95 shipping charge no matter what all you order. All right, let's get this bell out. Then I'm going to go. I'm waiting on my mom to bring my grandson because we are going to spend the rest of the day together. But I have not checked their location, so I don't know if they are almost here, or I would say that you guys could meet him. So I'm just using water to go around and tear. That way it gives just a more organic, looks better than just cutting a straight line. All right. Did both of these get a second coat? I think so. This one's dry. Okay. So because I have a white background on these, I don't need to, or I have a light background on these, I don't need to paint the back of the paper like I did before. That was going over green, so I didn't want that green to come through on my paper. I'm just putting a coat of liquid patina down. I like to mist my paper because that takes care of any wrinkles. Centering it how I want it. And then doing another coat over it. I don't have the greatest brush today for this. This Fusion paint does not need to be sealed, but since I have it on here and to make the same sheen all the way around, because this will dry clear matte. that one is finished. This one's called, can't remember what this one's called, but it's under the Connie Lines and Designs on my website. The one that the bell came out of and the bird is the Christmas flock. And it is under the Roy Cycle decoupage. I'll try to link all that below when I finish up here. Okay, so all that I have left to do is the angel on this one. I'm going to do that off screen. My phone's going crazy. It might be a customer that has an order to pick up. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this morning. And I'll have a full YouTube tutorial over on YouTube tomorrow night if y'all want to check that out. And don't forget to book my Whatnot show Saturday morning over on Whatnot, where I will be auctioning off all of these. And I'll post a picture for y'all to see them maybe tomorrow when I get them finished up. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye now.